Good evening, everybody. I'm Phil.
I'm Anthony.
And we are the Meeple People. Today, we're going to be unboxing Vast, the Crystal Caverns. It's published by Leather Games. Came out in, I believe, Gen Con 2016 was the release for it. And this game, it's an asymmetrical dungeon crawler game.
So if you've ever played Betrayal on the House on the Hill with the dungeon with the tile placement, essentially that's what this game is like, but also it's nothing like that game. But tile placement wise, just to give you an idea of what you'll be doing in this, that's the best way we can go about it.
Yeah.
Also, this game was given the Seal of Excellence from Dice Tower, and I'm sure if you're watching this, you have 100% watched their channel, and if you haven't, you're wrong. So, they know what they're talking about. The game is great. So, let's open this, show you guys what it's all about.
Yes, the coolest thing about this game is it's 1 to 5 players, and each role you play the game totally differently depending on which role you got.
So you have 5 roles in the game, and we're going to show them to you as we get into it. So first things first, here are all your roles. And here we have the dungeon.
Here's all the dungeon tiles. Really cool.
Now they have all the roles
got
wrapped
some
up.
Fun stuff right here. I think we have some players in here too. I think all the players are in this. Let's see.
More than likely.
Oh, yeah. We got some more tiles there for your creativity. Here's some of the players for you. Like for instance, you got yourself your knight, your typical dungeon crawling knight. Run around, roam the dungeon, collect treasure, and this guy's whole object is to kill the dragon. You get to level up, which is really cool, add equipment, get new abilities, just like you would in any type of dungeon crawler. Let's see, we got another role in here. We have the dragon, which is the one I'm most excited to play. The dragon's whole purpose of this is to wake up. It's the greatest thing ever. Your whole purpose, wake up, eat some goblins, and flee the cave. That's all you gotta do, and you win the game. So you got your slumbering dragon, got your awakened dragon. You also have goblins. You can see them up here. There's a couple of them. There's 3 different goblin tribes. Yes, you can play as goblins. It's awesome. Let's see. Who else we got in here? We got the thief, who his whole object... Apparently he's been cursed with undeath, and he wants to break the curse. In order to do that, he has to steal a bunch of treasure and escape. Pretty simple enough, but as you see, all these roles you can play, completely different from one another. And then you have the 5th role.
The 5th role is the coolest part about this entire game. The 5th role, if you want to see the character tiles for the 5th role, they're here.
Yep.
Here. Here. Here.
You can actually play as the cave.
The cave is a character. So, in this game, we have these awesome character sheets.
Boards.
So, we're going to go through them really quick, one by one. So, right here we have the knight. The knight uses grit to level up. Every time you go past one of these white parts, you get to add to one of these, giving you other abilities. You can level up your movement, your perception, your strength, your health. Everything can get increased on the character. Basically, it gives you a list of things on how you gain grit. It gives you a list of things on how you can lose grit. If you go past one of the white parts and you go over it again, you don't gain 1 extra, but you also don't lose what you put it on. It just sends you back a little bit. On top of that, we have
the goblins.
The goblins. So the goblins, probably the most simple character sheet because they're goblins.
They're goblins. There's 3 different tribes you get to control.
Yep, the Fangs tribe, the Bones tribe, and the Eye tribe. Now, if you notice on the dungeon tiles, you have the Eye, the Bones, and the Fangs. This is going to show where those goblins can spawn and what tribes go on which tile. Basically, they're just going to have their rage. The angrier they are, the better they are. They're goblins. As easy as it gets.
Simplistic to the T.
Next up, we have
the good old dragon.
The Durgan.
Yes. You have goblins. Eating goblins helps you wake up. You start with all these tokens. I believe they're called sloth tokens. And the whole object is once you remove the last one, that's when you wake up. and then you have to find your way out of the cave.
And because you're asleep half the time, well, most of the time in the game, there's 2 little tokens.
Yep.
There's 2 player characters. You have Sleepy Dragon, and I'm going to kill everything dragon.
And of course, the cave. To win the game, you want to collapse and kill everything. Who doesn't want to play the cave? You get to play with what's really cool omen cards, which random hazards happen on the map, certain cave-ins, stuff like that, to hinder every other player in the game, every other character. Really cool. And then again, finally, as I said before, we got our thief card. Alright, so the thief here, he can backstab players, he can steal loot from them, really cool stuff. And then, if he dies, he just comes right back.
You just have to go find all your loot again, so it's almost like dying in any other
you gotta go
online
pick up
game.
the crap, people.
You always drop your stuff and you gotta go find it again, but you keep going and going and going and going until you escape the cave with all your stuff.
Got a couple other little tiles here. So a lot of tiles for this game. Here, all random dungeon tiles. Here's your goblin flag bearers right here. There's all their symbols. Some more little cave stuff. Get a little lake in there. Looks like some shrooms.
Now in here we have the sleeping dragon. Here, let me just open this for you guys.
Gotta love the wooden pieces.
Always love wood pieces. We have the awakened dragon token.
Awakened, very angry dragon.
We have
this guy right here. Awesome dragon.
sleeping dragon token. Just throw them in the box. We have the eye symbol for the goblins. We have the fang symbol. We have the bone symbol. Then we have the knight.
Our heroic knights.
Our heroic knight, which just looks like someone pointing in the sky. It almost looks like a cactus if you look. And then you have the thief, which just looks like... almost looks like a blueberry.
A little bit. Yeah. A little bit of blueberry.
Then we have, hold on, more stuff.
Yep. All these bits.
Goblin tokens. Because they're green and brown, you know why? They're goblins.
Yeah.
It's the only response
Got
you're going to
your
get
grit
about
tokens
goblins.
here, your sloth tokens.
We have these finely detailed treasure chests, and when I mean finely detailed, I mean a curved piece of wood. You know why? Because it's a treasure chest. Then we have these little cloud things, and I believe these are... this is fire and metal.
They're hazards that you can add.
Yeah, these are the hazards that go on into the dungeon, and then we have...
Got some cards.
We have your basic dice. Well, not so basic dice. We have your dragon dice, which is pretty intense. We also didn't go... Oh, no, we did go over the thief.
We got a nice little baggie there.
Little bag.
Little dice baggie.
Pull out your little tokens and stuff. There's a lot of cardboard punch-outs.
Got some more crystals here. These you can play on the map. These things, from what I've seen so far, some of them are the knight. If there's no dragon playing, he has to smash 5 of these that are randomly put on the map and get out in order to win the game. See, so the objective change, you don't need to play with all 5 rolls in every game.
You can solitaire the game.
And yes,
which is awesome.
Which is you and whatever role you want against the rest of the dungeon. Really cool.
You're one of those people that are friendless. I'm sorry to hear that, but you can pick up this game and you can make friends with
yourself.
Cardboard.
Well, it's good to learn all the roles, because like I said, in order to fully get an understanding and appreciation of this game, you're going to have to be fluent in every role, because it's a totally different game depending on your role. So the solitaire run, it helps you become more familiar with a certain role and whatnot, so then when people play, it doesn't really matter what role you get, you know what you're going to do with it.
This bag, fair warning, this bag is not the best quality. That's my only problem with this game, is the quality of this bag. It's very, very thin. Like, I can see the camera if I go like this. So, if you're like me and you look like your hands are Shrek hands, be careful, because, I don't know, somebody once told me the world is going to roll me and I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, and you don't want to rip this bag.
Yes, with that being said, that's our unboxing for it. Gave you a little bit of insight into the game, and I definitely recommend play it. Fun game, like I said, 5 different roles, 1 to 5 players. Each role, totally different gameplay experience. So get out there and play.
One more thing, really quick. I want to give a quick shout out to Inspector 104 for making sure that the components are in the box. And if we miss any, I'm going to get you fired. But it's a great game. Check it out. We're going to be playing it nonstop probably. $60, worth every penny.
Yeah.
So go out to your local game store, buy it, have a good time. Even if you have no friends, still have a good time. One player game.
Yep.
All right, so Anthony,
Phil,
we're the Meeple People,
Meeple People.
signing out.
Have a good one.